So we're going to the ocean, eh? Hey everyone, welcome to Prince of the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we're here with Season 5, Episode 2 of The Dragon Prince. And yeah, we have a number of things to try and keep track of, per usual. Um, I'll try to just quickly rattle these off as much as I can remember from the first episode. So, Ezrin and his group were just meeting with the new dragon to get maybe some new information or help in finding Erebos's prison. And we got a lead at least. um, Raya. Why am I blanking on names? Like names are. I'm usually not this bad at names, right? Rayla. Rayla. I forgot the L there. That was the issue. Um, Ends up getting accused of, basically being a spy or a traitor or whatnot. But Callum ends up helping her and kind of ordering the guards and everything to let her go. And she and Callum end up planning to go to the sea and everything to continue their journey, their studies, and look into things and everything like that. Um, the one Sunfire Elf asshole is getting banished. Instead of just being kept in prison forever, which I guess it's the best they can do right now, considering. But yeah, he's just going off with nothing to his name, not even like the ring on his finger and all. So there's that. Um, Claudia is getting antsy about having to stay in one place because of her father's sickness and everything. And, Terry helps her through that, helps her calm the fuck down. But then little Goblin Man screeches out of nowhere. A lot of shit going down. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of shit going down. And I mean, I guess 5 seasons into this show, there would be. Excuse me. I'm just wondering how long they're going to drag this out. Because if I'm being completely honest, I still kind of think this show should have ended already. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad currently, not by any means, but we really didn't need to drag it out this much. This could have been finished within 4 seasons. It really didn't need seasons 5, season 6, and so on and so forth. To the best of my knowledge, season 6, which I think just recently came out, isn't even like close to the end. From what I'm kind of gathering. I think like they're planning it. They've already got like 2 more seasons at least planned. And it's just like, Jesus. Here's the thing. Some shows can last longer because it suits the show. Due to the plot and style of the show and stuff like that, they can last longer. Things like One Piece needs to be long. Ruby is benefited by being longer and having more seasons. But then there's a lot of shows that are hurt by being as long as they are. A lot of episodic shows do not work at length because it just starts to become too boring and samey, and it just gets repetitive and redundant and loses all traction. Because when it's episodic, it's like there's only so much you can conceivably do. And there's exceptions to that, mind you. But still, a lot of shows need to realize, a lot of showrunners and everything need to realize that some of these shows need to be only a couple seasons. Gravity's Falls only being 2 seasons was to its benefit. That show would not have worked 4 or 5 seasons. It just wouldn't have. Honestly, even though Owl House should have had a full 3rd season, it should have finished in the 3rd season. Owl House should never would, like, a lot of people wish it would go on for a lot longer. It's like, no, it should never go. Owl House is a show that would never conceivably work past the season 3. It would hurt the quality at that point. Honestly, She-Ra and the Princess of Power, as much as I love it, went on maybe a season too long, I would say. It should have ended sooner itself. And this is season, again, it's still good. It's still, like, quality. But how long can it conceivably keep that up? It's going to get old really quickly, and I really don't want that to happen. They really need to just end it already. Because I think the show was originally planned to only be, like, a few seasons. It wasn't meant to go on this long. It's just... It just needs to finish already. And the fact that it apparently seems that it's not going to be finishing anytime soon is concerning. Maybe it'll prove me wrong. Maybe it'll end up, like, turning things around. Time skips sometimes help with that, but it's also a risky move. And it's like, the times so far with what we've gotten with the time skip, it's been mostly good. There's some issues with having the time skip there, but, you know. The point is, I just kind of wish that this was either already ended or going to be ending with this season. Excuse me. It just feels like it's stretching things out way too far. And I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope that it's not the case. But we'll have to see regarding that. Maybe that's why I take so much time between seasons at this point. Because it's like, otherwise I would just lose interest in this show. Either way, let's just get into this and hope for as best as we can get with this episode. Cutting in here real quick to remind you that we have a lot of great content to check out on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions with 2 on Friday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday, as well as Let's Plays every day of the week. We switch on and off every day between Horizon and Baldur's Gate 3 and have Anno Mutationum on Saturdays. Please don't forget to click the link in the description below to follow it to today's reaction. We redirect everything just due to copyright. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and the channel, respectively. And I hope you have a great time with today's reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. They are really trying hard for this redemption arc for Viren, and I just do not give a single shit. Like, here, the problem is, if you have a redemption arc, the character who's being redeemed has to have shown any level of remorse for their actions prior to redemption. They have to have shown any semblance of good, of humanity, of anything like that in them prior to their redemption. The reason why Zuko's character arc in Avatar: The Last Airbender worked so well is because there was a lot of setup for it. His actions were based on brainwashing and trauma from his father and the entire family line, pretty much. And it was clear to see that he never really fully agreed with all of that. That he was never truly on his father's side and was always just, trying to get his attention because he was, a kid, basically. And the difference here is Viren is a grown-ass man who made his own decisions, whose decisions were not fueled by trauma or pain or anything, but rather by his own greed. And I have no sympathy for him. I don't give a shit. There's not a reason to give a shit. After everything he's fucking done, like, he is irredeemable in my eyes. And I don't say that too often, because I don't believe that almost anyone is irredeemable. It takes a lot for me to think that. And I genuinely do not think that my mind can be changed on this. It would take some, masterclass of writing at this point to make me even slightly forgive him. Nothing we've had last season or this season, basically since he came back to life and everything, has made me think any different of him. They're trying to make it like, oh, he died and came back, so he's kind of, what's the word for it? I was trying to make a point and I lost track of the word I was going to use. They're trying to make him sympathetic, basically, by making it seem like he has kind of been shaken up by the fact that he died. And it's like, no, that doesn't work. That's not how you do a redemption arc. I know this was made by some of the people behind Avatar and all, but that doesn't mean that you can just try to copy the fact that you had a massive important redemption arc in that series and do it again here. That's not how it works. Redemption arcs have to be earned. And there is nothing earned about this. Again, it's going to take some kind of masterclass of writing to turn me around on this, and I just don't think it's going to happen. Honestly, as much as I do like this show, it's no masterclass of writing. I don't think it's going to get to that. So, yeah. It's every time it kind of focuses on Viren and tries to focus on him seemingly regretting his actions, and it's I don't believe it, because nothing about it is believable based on everything we've seen before. I do not for the life of me care. So yeah, not too much to talk about with Callum and Rayla's journey in this. It's mostly just going from point to point. The only thing of note was that beast they came across, who killed the horse and chased them until she used that special arrow. That was neat, but I don't know if that's actually going to come into play again. It seemed like it was something that should have been more important, but at the same time, I don't know if anything's actually going to come of that. I don't know if it's actually going to be important or leave any impact or come back in any way. Because from what we got, it seems like that was just a one-off random, magical monster. So I don't know. The stuff with Ezran having to learn to, take a break and relax and everything and not focus so heavily on his duties and all because, he's still just a kid. I like that part. That felt really good, and I liked seeing him have to just learn to laugh again because he's been so focused on, all this pressure and whatnot. and he is just a kid, so it's like, yeah, that was good. Um, but that's really all I've got to say about this episode. It's like a lot of the episode was dedicated to the Veer and stuff, and again, I just don't give a shit. I have no sympathy for him. I just want him dead. I don't give a shit. I don't care. The only thing I'm worried about is if he did die like anytime soon, I feel like Claudia would just like see that as like a martyr situation, and if she didn't try to bring him back again, she would just go crazy and, try to take over his ideals and become a psychotic villain. And it's like Claudia has potential to still be redeemed, unlike Viren. She actually has, potential for that. There's actually setup and, writing that makes it so that she can be redeemed, unlike Viren. Her father is irredeemable because nothing has set that up for otherwise. She is not. She is absolutely redeemable. But she needs to acknowledge that her father is an abusive, horrible, evil shitbag who deserves to die and rot in the ground, and just move on and live her life with Terry in the forest somewhere. That would probably be best, because I don't think she should return at all either. I think returning at this point would just be a stupid mistake, honestly. That would probably either get her killed or imprisoned, and yeah. And while she probably does deserve it too at this point, it's like, she's one who I'd rather just like, go off and live in the forest with Terry somewhere. That would be a better ending for her, because it's like, I don't see anything else working out. But yeah. So that's my thoughts on this episode. Let me know yours down below. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.